Hi everyone, it's Sarah here from Doing It at Home, and today I want to show you my prenatal vitamin and nourishment routine and kind of the arsenal, if you will, of things that I'm utilizing in this pregnancy to support me and baby for optimal health and nutrition. So we've been working with Needed for a while now. So I remember connecting with Needed, Julie Sawaya and Ryan Woodbury, the co-founders, both mamas, both home birth mamas as well, a while ago when the company wasn't too old, and just knowing I wanted to connect with them because I was really excited about what they were doing. We were, I believe, at the beginning of our 2-year journey of being open to conceive, as we refer to it, otherwise known as trying to conceive, but open to conceive is just what resonated with us more. Anyway, also I get a little winded right now for some reason at this stage in pregnancy, so just bear with me if I'm like gasping for air every once in a while. So anyway, connected with Needed a while back and wanted to connect with them to share Needed with the Doing It at Home community, even if it wasn't something that we were going to be using actively at the time, although we did end up, because as I learned more and more about prenatal nutrition and really optimizing that experience, that it makes a lot of sense and is very beneficial to be utilizing a lot of what Needed offers in the preconception phase. So we did end up doing that, but that just wasn't top of my mind at the time. It was more, how can I bring this to the Doing It at Home space? So connected with them, did a couple of collaborations, had some great conversations, shared Julie, the co-founder's birth story on the podcast, then talked with Ryan really about the science behind what they do and what they've put into, and all the work and hours and resources and research and everything that goes into creating their products. And I just have such appreciation for the high standard for quality, as well as just the commitment and dedication and really heart-centered, heart-led approach that I get from them, and that they're real people. And so I very much appreciate when I've been able to connect with founders and co-founders of a lot of the companies that we have worked with, to just connect with that humanity and to also just learn about them personally. And then I just have so much more appreciation for the products themselves when I use them. So I'm very grateful to them just as a company, their culture, their mission, all the things that they're doing in addition to the products themselves, but their philanthropic work and just creating a space for mamas, families to feel their best, be their best, and also be educated and informed. So that being said, I want to show you some of the products that I'm using, and these are all supporting me through the pregnancy, before becoming pregnant, now being pregnant, and many of them, almost all of them, I'll be continuing to use in postpartum. So I want to thank Needed for supporting Doing It at Home, and for also supporting me in this pregnancy through all of the awesome things that they create. So I'll show you a couple of the things here. So as far as the capsules are concerned, well, let me get all the things I want to show you here. So I guess to start with the basic, where most people would go to, or what you would think, you'd think about a prenatal vitamin, right? What that is and what that looks like. What I love about Needed is they give 2 options for that. And they explain all of this on their website. They get into the details, the nitty-gritty, all of the ingredients, and all of their products are third-party tested, which I really love as well. So here is the powder form of the prenatal. What's really great about it being in powder form, as I have understood, and they can explain more of the nutritional science behind it, as that's not my job, but I do have appreciation for it and understand it. This is the optimal way to absorb it into your system and to basically get the most bang for your buck in terms of taking a supplement. This is the best, most effective, efficient way for your body to take in the nutrients in this powder form. So that means you can do it in smoothies, different foods, you can mix in with yogurts and things like that. And they also have great suggestions and recipes and ways for you to take them, which I really appreciate as well. It's not just, here's a powder, you figure it out, which you can tinker, of course, but they give you some suggestions there and they kind of guide and direct you. So this is the powder form, and then it's also in capsule form. And depending on where you're at in your pregnancy and how open you are to taking pills, or really how tolerable you are to taking pills, which I totally get. You can do different doses. You can take them throughout the day. It all just kind of depends on what works best for you, and really some is better than none. So if you can't get it all down, or, you know, depending on which format, which route you go, a little is better than nothing, of course. So I like having both because I might not necessarily want a smoothie every single day or want to mix this into yogurt every single day. So that's when I'll go with the capsules. And then I'll just break up the dosage throughout the day. Kind of take some with my breakfast, a little bit with lunch or morning snack, you know, because there's lots of snacks in pregnancy, or at least mine. So that's the prenatal, okay? And I also want to add that when we went to our first prenatal appointment with our midwife, I shared Needed with them. I shared the company, showed them the website, told them the things I was taking, and they had never heard of Needed. And what I really loved about it and appreciated was my midwife was an herbalist through trade in her life previous to becoming a midwife, but then also maintains all of that knowledge and wisdom, of course. And so she is big on ingredients, you know, so she was just like scouring through the website, looking at all of the ingredients, looking at everything that was included here. And she was so impressed with everything that she saw. She just kept saying, wow, I really like this. I really like this. So that felt really great as well, to kind of get that vote of confidence from the midwife. Even though I was already, you know, solid and confident in everything I was taking, it was just really cool to share that with them and to be able to provide that resource for now more of their clients potentially to be aware of Needed and using Needed. The other capsules I'm taking are pre-probiotic, great for gut health for both me and baby. Let's see if you can see that. Yep, so this is the pre-probiotic. I take these daily, and then I also take the omega-3 daily. So those are the capsules that I take daily. So also through educating myself and just treating this pregnancy differently, because it is different, and it's also been 6 years since I was pregnant. So really just refamiliarizing myself with things and kind of coming to things with a new perspective and a clean slate, if you will, being open to ideas and education and information. And one of the things I've been learning is about the protein needs of just any human in general, but then particularly a pregnant human and the pregnant body. And so that's why I love the collagen. So this is Needed's collagen powder, ethically, responsibly, healthily sourced, and it's 15 grams of protein per scoop, which is really awesome. So I'm aiming for between 80 and 100 grams of protein a day. So this really helps with that. I can pop it in my coffee if I'm drinking coffee, which I was drinking none of first trimester, but I've kind of slowly brought it back in. So I might pop a scoop of it in there. In soups, in broths, in sauces, smoothies, yogurt. I mean, it can mix into pretty much anything. And so that's what I do to just make sure I'm getting that extra protein in the day. And Matthew uses this as well. And Matthew also uses their male products, which I don't have with me right now. We could do a separate video for that probably, but and he can speak to that because I'm not taking them, but for optimal male health as well, particularly in preconception, so to promote sperm health. But then also, you know, he's about to become a dad again and go through the physically demanding lifestyle and the rigor of being a new parent in general. And so all of that, the men's multi, omega-3 and pre-probiotic and the collagen is really great for keeping him at his best as well. So yes. And then hydration is so huge in pregnancy, particularly for someone like me who's very active. I sweat a lot. I'm not one of those cute glistening sweaters. I am a very heavy, big sweater. And I live in Atlanta in the South in the United States, and it gets hot AF and humid. So this is extra hydration because it is needed. And they are these simple, small, convenient little packs that you pop in your water. And can carry them in your purse. I usually have a few on me in my purse, or I'll bring them in the car, you know, just to have on hand for when I need a little bit of extra hydration. It's electrolytes and trace minerals. It has a slight lemon flavor to it, but it's really subtle. It mixes really well. It blends really well. You won't get a lot of like chunky powder like through your straw or as you're drinking it. And as you can see, there it is. Hydration for mamas is needed. I don't know how the zoom is going there, but so that's for extra hydration. And then you can hear it in there. I'm really into ASMR videos, so this is my attempt at ASMR as well as showing you all these awesome products. And then a calm mama is needed, most certainly. So this is another little pack, powder. And this is sleep and relaxation support for before, during, and after pregnancy. It's a chamomile, depending on how you pronounce it, where you live, chamomile powder. And so again, like with the hydration, very subtle taste, but really nice. It kind of reminds me of just sipping tea. And I'll pour it into either room temperature water or mix it up, and then maybe put an ice cube in it if I want it a little bit cooler. But this is really great for that wind down at the end of the day, for just calm and relaxation. And there's really something to ritual, I believe, in having a routine of self-care and habits that you see as deposits you are making into yourself. You are investing in yourself. And this really feels like that to me when I do this, that I'm really bringing it full circle. Like from the morning when I wake up and I'm taking the prenatals to the end of the day when I'm sipping on the chamomile powder, that I'm really taking care of myself and baby. And that's how I feel about all of this whole array of products. I feel like it is me really taking the time to invest in me and create the space for baby to be the most nourished and really set him or her up for optimal development and gut health and all around health and wellness. So that's what's really cool as well. And I encourage you with anything you're doing in pregnancy, that there's the thing that you're doing, and then there's the connection, there's the relationship that you have to the thing that you're doing. So I'm not just taking a capsule, you know, I'm taking care of myself and I'm taking care of baby, and I'm making a choice, a very conscious choice to choose powerfully and to make a healthy choice. So that's all part of it as well. That mental, emotional connection to it is very powerful for me. So there you have it. That is the full scope of the prenatal nutrition and vitamins that I'm taking and supplements. I will have links below to everything that you can check out, as well as a sweet discount code, DIAH, for 20% off your first order. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to share any more about my experience, or as well to connect you with Needed if you have any questions. I'll put all the relevant information there for you. But overall, I am so pleased with my experience with the products themselves, with Needed as a company and an organization. I can't recommend them more highly. They're truly amazing as far as the people and the products are concerned, and that's a real win right now in this day and age. So I appreciate them, and I encourage you to check them out.